Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to learn about encapsulation in Python. We will explore how to restrict access to certain parts of our code using public, protected, and private members. Let's dive in. So, what exactly is encapsulation? Encapsulation is hiding the internal implementation details of a class and restricting direct access to its data. It involves bundling the data, which are attributes, and the methods that operate on that data into a single unit, which is a class. Encapsulation is one of the four fundamental principles of object-oriented programming, or OOP, the other three being inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction. You can see that the private members are enclosed inside protected members, which are in turn enclosed in public members. In Python, we use access modifiers to control the visibility and accessibility of class members, such as attributes and methods. Python provides three types of access modifiers: public, protected, and private. Public members are accessible from anywhere. Protected members are intended to be accessed within the class and its subclasses. Private members are only accessible within the defining class. The table shows the type of the access modifiers, their syntax, the description of each of these types, and finally the accessibility. Let's start with public members. Public members are accessible from anywhere, both inside and outside the class. They do not require any special prefix. The default access level in Python is public, meaning if you don't specify any access modifiers, the members are considered public. Public members can be accessed from any part of the program. They should be used for interfaces that need to be publicly available. Here's an example. We define a class called student with public attributes name and age, and a public method called displayInfo. As you can see, these can be freely accessed outside the class. Now let's discuss protected members. Protected members are indicated by a single underscore, that is, an underscore prefix, as a convention to indicate that they should not be accessed directly outside the class or its subclasses. Keep in mind that this is just a convention and is not enforced by Python. Protected members are intended for use within the class and its subclasses. While they can still be accessed outside the class, it suggests that they are meant for internal use. In the example, we have a class called student with a protected attribute underscore age and a protected method underscore calculate grade. While we can still access underscore age from outside the class, it is generally not recommended. Finally, let's explore private members. Private members use a double underscore prefix to restrict access to within the defining class. Python applies name mangling to private members, making it harder but not impossible to access them from outside the class. Private members are typically used for implementation details that should not be directly accessed or modified from outside the class. Here, the class called student has a private attribute double underscore age and a private method double underscore calculate grade. Attempting to access double underscore age directly will raise an attribute error. Let's dive a little deeper into name mangling. Python uses name mangling to provide a form of privacy for private variables. When a member is declared with a double underscore, its name is internally modified to prevent name clashes in subclasses. The name is transformed into underscore class name double underscore attribute. This makes direct access more difficult but not entirely impossible, as the member can still be accessed using its mangled name. You can see in the example that the private attribute double underscore age can be accessed using underscore student double underscore age. You can also see all the attributes of the object student by calling the double underscore dict double underscore method. To better control access to private attributes, we can use getters and setters. Python provides property decorators to implement getters and setters, allowing controlled access to private attributes. Getters are used to retrieve the value of an attribute, while setters are used to set the value of an attribute, often with added validation logic. This helps maintain a Pythonic interface while hiding implementation details. In this code, we define a getter and setter for the private attribute double_age. The setter includes a validation check to ensure that the age is always positive. This helps ensure that the private attribute is never set to an invalid value. To wrap things up, let's cover some best practices for encapsulation in Python. Default to public. Use public attributes by default and only restrict access when needed. This aligns with Python's philosophy of we're all adults here. Use protected for inheritance. Use protected member's _name when you want to indicate that the member is intended for use in subclasses but not externally. Private for implementation details. Use private member's _name when you need to hide implementation details or prevent name clashes in inheritance. Properties for control. Use properties at property to create getters and setters when you need to add validation or computed values to attributes. By following these practices, you can effectively use encapsulation to create more maintainable, robust, and well-organized code. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.